Hey guys, it's Amy from Colorado Mountain Living, and now that we have settled into our new place, we are all about prioritizing our time. So I just want to tell you about in this episode what we're going to be focusing on for the next few weeks to really maximize our time that we have this summer and get as much done as we possibly can. So right now, Lance is working on a project. He is clearing out some of the trees in the woods and getting the stumps out, and going to be flattening out that with the tractor. So while Bryan's working, he's got Lance on the clearing the project for the new garage that's going to be going up. Now, it's not going up anytime soon because we're working on the house. That's the priority, but at least right now he can use Lance to work on the tractor and get the land sort of packed down and settled before we start really working at a little bit later. I need to check on the bees. It's been over a week and it's starting to get really busy with pollen and the nectar flow, and the bees are building up really fast, so I need to make sure they have enough room. So I'm going to be getting in the beehive and making sure they have as much room as they need and adding on new supers and frames if they need that. We also received some strawberry plants from a friend in the community, and we want to get some of those in the ground. They've already got flowers and they grow excellent up here. So we're really excited to have strawberry plants. We're probably not going to get to a lot of other gardening this summer just because it's starting to get a little bit late in the season, but we definitely need to get some things started and established, and strawberry plants is going to be on the list as well. So those are some of the things that we're working on this weekend, but I will keep you up to date with all the other progress and plans and some of the other prioritizing that we're doing. Bryan's been laying out some of the where the lumber's going on the first floor and the timbers, so he's going to be shaping up the timbers soon and getting the layout for framing the walls. We might be getting some helpers this summer, so I'll keep you posted on that, but still a lot of things to do. Well, one of the benefits that you get from clearing trees and logs is you get some firewood for the winter. So we added to our piles. We have about 4 to 5 stacks now of firewood, a mixture of live aspen and dead aspen logs. But in reality, the area was already fairly clear. We didn't have to cut down that many trees. It was already pretty wide open in the woods here. So it'll make a nice windbreak area to put up a garage storage barn type structure. So this will be nice and cleared and have a chance to settle by the time Bryan gets around to going ahead and putting up another structure. But anyway, first things first, we need to pay attention to the priorities that are in front of us right now. So that's house building, that's taking care of the gardens, that's taking care of the bees. So I want to go over to the bees and check in and see how they're doing, because it's been a whole week. And this time of year, you can't let them go a week without checking in on them because things can happen fast. Things are looking pretty full. Just going to pull out some of these edge frames and see how we're doing. So they're definitely building out their comb, and they're even putting some nectar in some of the cells here. So the rule of thumb, once you get 7 out of 10 of your frames filled, then you need to put on another layer, and I think they're at that point. That's filled with larvae, and it looks like it could be drone larvae because of the wide cells. So they're ready to expand. They're ready for another level, another super on top. Brood activity, a lot of laying going on. The queen's very, very active, so they're going to need a lot of room soon. So I'm going to put the next level on and let them go at it because they need to build a lot more comb than what they've got. So the bees are going to have to draw out some comb on this one. See how this hive's doing. Unfortunately, my battery ran out on the camera before I had a chance to browse through the entire second hive, but same situation I saw. They were out of room. They had filled out almost all of their 10 frames in the bottom, and it was time to add another layer, so I went ahead and did that later on that day. Here's the strawberry plants we got from our friends, so they need to go in the ground. Definitely full of blossoms and going to produce, he said, this year for sure. So he said they're delicious and they do great in this area. So definitely excited to have these. Here's our patch where we're going to put all the strawberries, lined them up there against the back side of the terrace. We weren't really sure what Bryan wanted to put, like raised garden beds here. I had planted a little shrub brush in the middle of it, rabbit brush, but we decided we're just going to go ahead and stick with strawberries here because this is what we got done for now, and all these strawberry pots got to get in the ground. So this could be just level one of our terrace beds. We can kind of go down the hill from there. So this will be strawberries, and it's right next to the beehive. Spin around here. So next year, the bees will be able to pollinate all of the strawberry flowers and get some nectar off of those. So here we go. We got one plant in the ground so far and about a dozen to go. The good thing about this garden plot being next to the beehive is that we could easily extend the fence, the electric fence around the edge of this. We could, that's the solar fence right there. It's rated for 5 miles, so we could easily, draw that all around this area to protect it from animals and dogs. All right. Okay guys, we've got one more project today. So big score, Bryan and Lance found these huge planter pots at the dump this weekend and grabbed 2 of them. So we're going to turn them into potato pots. Luckily, I happen to have some seed potatoes that are really bad and full of eyes. So we're going to put these in one of the pots today and see how it does. So yeah, potatoes in a pot. One more project today. Things we need to do is we're going to put about 3 inches of soil into the pot, and then we put our potatoes in, and then we cover it with about 3-4 more inches of soil. So got some nice loose dirt here that Bryan dug up. Nice topsoil. Put that in. Plant our seed potatoes down. They're cut into about 2-inch chunks with plenty of eyes all over them. So they should be sprouting pretty good and growing up tops. And then we're going to move this pot back to our little patio area down there. And every time the greens start to pop out, the plants, we add more dirt. And I think that's the essence of growing potatoes in a pot. We tried it last summer and got some little ones, but it's a nice big pot, so maybe we'll get more. That kind of covers our gardening segment for what we got done this week. And onto the water usage. We did a pretty good job over a week, about 600 liters. So when Bryan fills the tank, he gets about half of the white tank full and then uses the green tank to top it off because he can't fill the white tank all the way and carry it up the hill with a tractor. But we're doing pretty good with water. And we did have a visitor this morning, a bull moose. Vigo tried to scare it away. Luckily, he didn't get too close. He kind of keeps his distance. But we definitely have to keep an eye on the dog and the moose because we don't want him getting too comfortable because the moose can charge and act erratic at any time. So we want to stay safe with that. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. We're going to have more building updates for you this week. We're going to get a lot done this weekend, and we will keep you up to speed. And look at all these beautiful flowers. Can you believe it? It is so beautiful around here. We just love it.